Hi, I'm Leo and welcome to School.me. In this video, we'll be looking at event handlers. So basically, event handlers are scripts that are executed whenever an event occurs, like when a user clicks on a button. So event handlers can be used to handle and verify user input, user actions, and stuff like that. So, but handling events with React is kind of similar to plain HTML, but there are some syntax difference which we'll be looking into. Alright guys, at the end of this tutorial, if you think the video was helpful, please hit the like button, and if you have anything to say or any questions, just leave a comment, and if you're new, please consider subscribing for more updates. So the first difference is that in React we use something called camel case and not lower case. Like in your HTML, onClick is written like this. OnClick, everything in lowercase, but in React the first letter of the second word is written in capital letter. So that's how you write your events in React. Let's say you want to write on load is going to be like this, and on change. So basically the first letter of the second word is written in capital letter. That's what camel case is. Alright, the second one is event handlers are written inside curly braces, or like your HTML when you do something like this. So in React, that's not how it's done. First, this one is going to be in capital letter, and you're going to put this shoot in curly braces. That's how it's done in React. So please take note of that. So in React, event handlers are written inside curly braces. So the third one is in React we pass a function and not a string. So instead of having it this way, you come here, remove this, and put your curly braces, and you're going to remove this other quotation mark and that bracket. So that's how it is done. We pass a function and not a string. And the fourth one is you cannot actually return false to prevent default behavior. You have to call something called prevent default explicitly. So those are like the four basic syntax difference between your plain HTML and your React. So next up, let's look at event handler bindings. So there are basically three ways of binding event handlers, and these include your dynamic binding, constructor binding, and using arrow functions. Now of these three, using arrow function is the best way to bind event handlers, so we're going to focus on that. So in regular functions, we use this keyword to represent the objects that called the method, but for methods in React, this keyword should represent the components that owns that method. So when we go into using arrow functions, you're going to see how that is actually done. Now if you don't know how to use arrow function, don't worry, I'm going to explain what it is here. So basically, arrow functions kind of allow us to write functions in a shorter form. For example, you write the name of your function, hello, and you want this function to return hello there. So now you can see this is sort of long. When I use arrow function, you're going to see that it's going to be smaller. So using arrow function, instead of writing this word function here, we'll remove this word, and what we do next is we'll put another equal sign here, and we'll put our greater than sign. So that's what arrow function is. It's just a shorter way of writing your function. So that's what it is. Now when you have parameters, you can put them here, like let's say val. So that's how arrow function is done. And and it even gets shorter because basically your R functions they return this, so there's no point putting the return keyword. So I can actually remove this. So that's basically how our function is written. It's just a way of reducing the length of your code. All right, so let's take a coding example to illustrate all we've done so far. All right, so this is a very simple example that when it says on click, when you click, it says take the shot. When you click on this, it alerts great shot. So this is a very simple event handler. So let me open this up in my browser, and you can see we've obeyed the rules here. On click, you can see the way it is written. You can see the way this is. It's in a curly braces and not within quotation marks. So let's open this up in my browser, and you can see it says take the shot. When I click on this, it alerts great shots. So this is a very simple or basic example of event handlers. So in my next video we are going to get into something more complex. All right, this is my day 10 of my 100 days of code. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.